Shivers and freshman guy Roman Penn.
Just a really gutsy win. You know, it's always tough to play a John Dunn team. They're well coached and going to play defense. I'm not surprised by the score. I'm actually glad we went 3 overtimes because otherwise we weren't going to score 40 points. So didn't want that score flashing around the country. Can't say enough about Roman Penn. He wasn't perfect, but he took the challenge. And Shivers, we continue to have someone off the bench play really well. And by the way, I didn't think Tom shot the ball well. But make no mistake, Tom Herter was doing a lot of things defensively that don't show up, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things defensively. And he made his free throw. He's got to, when it counted, he made one. Because if we're down one, that's a different game. We battled. We have to work on the turnovers. It's not going to change overnight. Our practices were good the last couple of days. And just want to thank the home crowd. The crowd was great. They stayed the whole way. They were supportive. I mean, they get on us a little, but we like that. And in the second half, as soon as we got the thing, a little closer, the crowd really helped us. We have a great crowd, and we need them Friday night. I know there's some ticket sales going on, and Manhattan is a really good team. Steve Masiello's won the championship in this building. And it's another game we need to win. Every game's important. We're not going to hear that things are about March and next year. I mean, we working because we're a young team. We don't want to hear anything about next year. We don't want to hear anything about March. We're worried about Manhattan. We're worried about moving up in the standings. And just can't say enough about Shivers and Penn because they didn't play if you look at the stats, they didn't play great, but they willed us to the win, and they both made big shots. I'll take any questions.
Jimmy, obviously you're not expecting it to be as slow a game as it turned out to be, but how do you prepare a young team for playing first time against St. Peter's who plays this style?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to emulate, but Shivers, Single Ace was at practice. We played a lot of half court. We usually play a lot. You guys come to practice. We usually do a lot of full court, right? We did a lot of half court because that way the defense is set. We didn't really cross and run much. They want to run more, meaning our team, right? We didn't know full court for 2 days. You still can't simulate it, That's why I'm interested to see if Brady can do it against simulate that defense that the Eagles have. You can't until you get in the game. You can't when you play against St. Peter's. They're physical, they grind. But in the second half, we got to the line a lot, and we drove the ball. I got to watch the tape before I make some more decisions on what was going on. Shivers, 10 rebounds. Prince, 9. He's working on it. He walked. I thought he did walk. We do a drill where you got to grab the ball, never walk. And so we're just learning and learning. But John Dunn's teams are always going to compete. We were lucky they didn't shoot the ball well from 3. We had to play a gamble there, and they're just a tough team to emulate. But so's Manhattan. But now we've seen Manhattan, so we know it's coming, right, Roman?
Yep.
Yeah, so rest up.
You said the score didn't surprise you. Do you think it'd take it 3 overtime to get to it?
No, I was hoping we'd win in the first overtime. I got to watch the tape. They weren't going to call any foul on the play with Evan. I thought Evan got fouled. But
More so
no. I know. I'm just saying I would have preferred not to go that far. But his teams are going to grind on defense, and we're learning a new offense. We're learning to be patient. We're milking the shot clock. Can I please tell everybody that when the shot clock goes to 7, we know it? This is like if you watch an NBA game or a Duke game, they don't start yelling about the clock till there's 3 or 4 seconds. 7 seconds is an eternity in this game. So I appreciate it, but I wouldn't start yelling till there's 5 seconds left. We're running our offense. We missed some cutters inside. The offense is actually better than it looked. They're nervous to turn the ball over, so they don't want to throw it all the time. And you guys know that. You watch us play. But we're a work in progress on that. In the second half, we ran some of our old plays, and that was good. But we're sharing the ball. Roman played 51 minutes. Evan Fisher, 44 minutes. Evan on defense talking. Evan and Tom are back there talking on defense, which that's the first thing you do in defense. But nope, I wasn't that surprised by the score. I thought it'd be 28-22 at halftime, but I didn't think you're just not going to run up and down on John Dunn's teams. They're too good.
Ahsante, how much of a struggle and a grind is it to play in a game like that when you're going 3 overtimes, but to play against a defense that good where everything you really got to earn?
It's very tough, I would say. Like you said, you can't prepare for St. Peter's defense. I've seen it because I played against them last year. So I know the type of tempo they like to play, slow it down, and play defense. So it's pretty tough, but I like that we grinded it out.
Roman, 51 minutes for you tonight. Have you ever played that many minutes in a game before? What does that feel like? What do you feel like now?
No, I haven't, but whatever the coach wants me to do, I'm going to play as many minutes as possible.
Get that quote written down, please. Can you say that again?
Whatever coach wants me to do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it felt like an eternity out there, but I feel like that was our first game that we actually fought through adversity, and won the game.
Piggyback off from statement you made earlier, is
I mean, it's kind of been our year. We finally got Khalil. Khalil's a bucket getter. I mean, Khalil Richards gets buckets, right?
Yep.
He gets hurt. He gets hurt at the last play of practice, going great, doing exactly what we want, straight line drive, goes down, puts his hand down, his shooting hand, could have put his other hand down, shooting hand. What he can't do is this right. He can't put his weight on his hands, right now. He's getting better. Hammer's working on him. But he's a bucket getter. Horn makes threes. If he doesn't make them, at least he stretches the defense. That helps St. Peter's game plan. They have, I know John a long time, they have top two people we have to stop. It was like Horn and Richards. In other words, on the offensive end, don't let Richards get going. Don't let Horn have any open threes. He comes out and says, you screwed my whole plan up because they're not playing. And I said, I wouldn't lie to you, they're not playing. We're learning. Shivers made some big buckets against Canisius. Shivers is getting there. And Shivers, he knows next time he'll dunk it against Canisius. He's made some big plays. I thought the biggest play of the game was when Shivers drove it and kicked it. Right? Finally kicked
for
it.
Roman, yep.
So, we're getting better. But, Prince wants the ball. He's got to catch it. I mean, Prince played pretty well. But Herder's not afraid. I thought Herder's jumper, I think it was the second overtime. I thought it was going. He makes that little, turn. I don't know about his three and much, but he makes that little one he made. He misses to end regulation, then he makes the exact shot to start the last overtime, right?
Yep. Yeah.
In other words, we were okay with him taking that. But Roman's got to take some – Roman and Shivers are going to definitely do it. And Fisher, the good news is he really can't shoot worse than 1 for 10 and 0 for 4, but he has to take some,
Roman, I know you said something like an eternity out there, but how much better does it feel when you can at least walk off the court winners?
It feels a lot better. I'm just happy for the team. We moved up a couple places in the standings. I'm just proud of the team.
Ahsante, can you take us through that go-ahead shot at the end of the third overtime, please?
Yeah, so we ran our play that we've been running all game, and we knew that
Horns,
they would.
right?
Yeah, horns. We've been running horns all game, and we knew that they would play the cutter, but we stopped the cutter, and Greg told me just attack off the dribble, and I drove and made it.
It's like we cut, then we didn't cut, so it was open. Because that's usually the help guy. And then
Yep.
Was Greg yelling that at you from the bench?
No, in the timeout.
Timeout, yep.
Because we called timeout for that. So luckily we saved their timeouts. He did a better job than I did saving the timeouts.
Talking about milking the clock, is that just because of your lack of players right now with George?
Yeah, I mean, we're not milking it on purpose. Just the two plays, one of those plays, you got cutter or rollback. You got to really know the looks in there. It's new. It's not new, but we should have ran it more early in the year. I thought we'd play a little more like the Warriors open. Everybody's doing that. But we're looking. We got to cut a little harder and faster, but we're learning the cuts. We're learning to look. But not wanting to turn the ball over. Like, if we were just – we're a little behind. It's my fault. But the players don't want to turn it over right now, and I respect that. So, in other words, you kind of got to zing it in. You got to throw it. You got to take the looks, hit the forward, throw it in. Well, we're kind of learning, but they're a little hesitant. You got to have a little more courage to throw it in. Well, since we're having so many turnovers this year, I've emphasized if you don't think it's there, don't do it right now. Now, second half we ran Orlando. It was my fault in the first half. When the clock runs down, we should have had a better counter. We did with Orlando and stuff. We went back to some of our old stuff. So we're a work in progress. Happy to win. Happy to finish January with a win. February's coming. It's going to be a big month. Every game matters. We need our fans. Thank you, fans, for support. It's a great product. The kids are trying hard. Everything looks good down here. We've won 3 in a row here, and now we have Masiello and Manhattan coming in, and we need you on Friday night. Please come Friday night where the locker room is open.